channel. My name is Andrea, and in today's video, I'm going to be creating 2 fall DIYs using supplies I got all at the dollar store. I scoured Pinterest for different fall DIY ideas, and I came across these 2 wreaths that I fell in love with. I've never done anything like this before, and I am no expert, but I'll link the blog post where I got the ideas for these DIYs below, and we'll see how these turn out. Let me know if you decorate for fall or if you have any favorite fall DIYs, and let's get into the video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I have all my supplies here. For the first wreath, I'm going to be starting with this, which I've seen people call a grapevine wreath. This was $3 at Dollarama, and I also got all these different leaves and flowers, and I'm going to take these apart and stuff them into the wreath. I don't know how many leaves and flowers it's going to take to fill the whole wreath, but I have 4 bunches here. These 2 were $1.50 each. This one with all the flowers and a couple of pine cones on there was $3. And then this bunch of leaves was $2. This wreath really sheds. There's little twigs flying everywhere. This is going to be the main bunch that I'm using on this wreath. I think all I have to do is cut these to separate them from each other and then stick them in the wreath. Which flower should I go for? I don't know how short to cut it, so I'm going to go longer rather than shorter because you can always cut it shorter. It's not working. All right, iron flaw. I did not listen to instructions that said you needed wire cutters, which I don't think I have. Let me check. Okay, I found a tool. I'm gonna try cutting off this pine cone branch. Hey, that was easy. Now let's see how easy this is to stick into the wreath. This is obviously way too long still, but I just wanna try, see how it is. Okay. Yeah, it just sticks right in there. This wreath is really shedding everywhere. I've got little bits all over the table. Hey, look at that. We've got our first flower. Okay, I'm feeling hopeful. This is good. Now, do I want more of these flowers? Yeah, I think at least one more. Ooh, we've also got this cute little pumpkin here. I'm gonna put this one a little bit higher up. I love this little pumpkin, so I'm gonna do him next. It looks like all these leaves are down the stem, but you can actually push them up. Oh yes, adding the pumpkin is really going to help. How cute does that look? I have this whole big bunch of leaves here, and I'm going to cut them all off and then try to disperse them all around the wreath. This is way easier than I thought it was going to be. I've just been sticking these leaves into the wreath wherever I think they should go, and I think it's looking really good so far. I've got this bunch of leaves with all these little berries on it. I think I'm going to put these on the bottom, and then we'll see how it goes. I find that if I go straight on and try to clamp down, nothing happens. But if I go at more of an angle on this edge, then it helps a lot. So come at it a bit more like this, then squeeze, and snaps right off. Basically, I just shove it in and push till it goes flush against the wreath. And then if it's sticking out the back like this, you can also use that to tug on to pull it tighter, and you can cut that off later if you want to. I'm going to try and use all these leaves to fill up all of this. So hopefully we have enough. Let's start with this big one and just stick it right up here. Okay, I've got a lot of red and dark orange here, so I think I'm gonna mix it up with some yellow and green. Actually, I think I'm gonna move this red one further down here, closer to these yellow ones, like that. And then take these yellow and green ones and put it in between these ones here. I think I'm gonna try putting a couple of these flowers over here. I wish I had more of these little pumpkins. Those are so cute. I'm trying to decide if I want to put this flower up here or down here. I'm thinking of maybe there looks better. Well, let's try it. Where should the pine cone go? I think since we've got the pumpkin over on this side, I'm gonna take this little pine cone and put it over on this side. I am running out of leaves, so I need to make sure I fill up this top bit here. I'll start with this bundle of red leaves and put that right on the top, I think. This really didn't take that long once I had the right tool to cut the stems, and then it was just a matter of sticking them in and wiggling them all around until they looked how I wanted. I'm also very impressed that I bought the exact right amount of flowers and leaves. I'm happy with that. Before I hang this up, I'm going to attempt to make the other wreath. I feel like I'm tempting fate a little bit here because this one turned out so well, but I want to give it a try. The other wreath is a lot different than this one. It's more simple looking, but I feel like it might be more complicated to make, so we shall see. I'm so happy with how that first wreath turned out, and now I'm going to move on to the second wreath of the video, which has a totally different look than the first one, because this is going to be a burlap wreath. I have this 14-inch metal wreath that I got at Dollarama for $1.50. And I wasn't sure how much burlap to get, so I got 2 of these, which are 5 inches by 10 yards, and each roll was $3. And I got this bunch of fall flowers, also at Dollarama, I think for $2. Then to tie those flowers onto the wreath, I'm going to use this cord, which was $4. To start with, I'm taking the roll of burlap. You could cut off the ends here, but I'm just going to fold it down and then fold this piece in half, then fold it down and fold it in half again. In the tutorial I watched, she used a piece of floral wire to weave through the burlap and tie it onto the frame, but I don't have that. So I cut off a piece of the stem from one of the flowers I used earlier, and I'm gonna see if that works. So we'll shove this through here. I'm thinking now I might have cut this piece too short, but we'll see if we can get this to attach onto the wreath. Trying to wrap it around the middle. Nope, that's not gonna stay. Maybe more like there. Once again, I'm taking my folded up burlap and I'm going to weave this through. There we go. This is a lot harder to bend than I'm sure floral wire would be, but we'll see if we can make it work. Okay, it is stuck on there, but it's really poking out. I'm gonna try and fold it down as much as I can. I'm going to trim off the ends. The next step is taking the burlap and folding it in half, then pushing it through the top ring like this, pulling it through a bit, and then push another folded section through the middle. And finally, another one through the top. Now we turn the ring over and twist the burlap a couple times, and then turn it back over and push it through the bottom, and then keep pushing through each of the sections of the wreath. That's what we're looking like so far. It kind of looks like a bow, which is cute. So I'm twisting, pushing it through the bottom, until there's as much as I want there, and then give it a twist, push it through, twist again, and push it through the top. Once you get the hang of this and the rhythm of the twisting and the pulling through, it's actually quite easy. The burlap does get unfolded pretty easily, so once I've pulled it through a top section, I make sure it's fold it again, and then I twist it a couple of times and then push it through the bottom ring. I don't worry about which way I'm twisting it or which way it's folding. I think for this, the more messy, organic look works for it. I just finished that first roll of burlap. This is the front, and then this is what the back is looking like. This is where I ended the roll. I think I'm gonna have to attach it to the ring like I did to begin with, just so this doesn't unravel. But I think first I'm gonna get the new roll of burlap, which I have here. And then like I did to start the first roll, I'm going to fold it in half and then fold it down and then fold it in half again. I cut off another piece of a stem from one of the bunches of flowers and leaves. And this time, instead of attaching it just to the bottom ring, I'm going to pull down the end of the last burlap roll and put those on top of each other like that, and then stick this through all the layers of the burlap. And this was the kind of difficult part, is wrapping this around the metal frame. Just to make sure I'm holding the first roll in place, I'm going to weave the metal through that end piece of the burlap again and keep wrapping it around as much as I can. So when I tug on it, it doesn't come. And then I'll turn it back over. To start, I'm gonna put a little twist in it and then push it through the bottom. Keep the burlap folded in half and then twist it again. And push it through the middle, fold it in half, twist, and push it through the top. Now the burlap part of the wreath is finished. I almost used up the second roll, but not quite. I'm going to cut off the burlap. Once again, I'm taking this wire stem and shoving it through the holes, and then I am folding it over as tight as I can. There are so many ways you could jazz this up. You could add a bow at the bottom here. That would look really cute. I got these fall flowers that I was thinking of adding to the side here. Okay, I've separated all the flowers. Now I just need to figure out how I want to arrange them. I'm going to take this cord and wrap it around here. I tied it into a bow. Now I have to attach this little bouquet to the wreath. My bow is not very secure. Maybe I'll just do a knot because we're not gonna see it anyway, and I just need it to be tight. I'm just gonna push it straight through the middle section, pull it through. This is looking good, guys. Gotta save a couple of these leaves that are getting kind of crushed here. Come back. Okay, I think that is looking really good. Currently, the flowers are just sticking out the back here. So I'm going to use some more of this tie to secure it to the wreath. I'm folding these over like this. I'll tie that to the wreath. I've just pulled this cord under the metal here around the stems, and then I'll tie a knot. And I'll do that a couple of times. Here is the finished wreath. You could totally go back and fluff up any of these sections that you want to, pull it over or make it looser or tighter, and then of course adjust the flowers to lay however you want. But I think it looks really good, and this was super easy to make. Now I have to hang them on the door. I put this command strip up on the door, and I only had one, so we're gonna see what each of the wreaths look like on the inside of the door. And when I get another hook, then I'll put one on the outside. It looks so good. Oh, I love it. Now we have to try the other one. I love that one too. It's so colorful, perfect for fall. Success. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had so much fun doing these two fall DIYs. I was a little intimidated at the start of the day because I had no idea how this was gonna go, but both of them turned out so well. I'm so happy with how they're looking. And now I'm all ready for fall. And if you're in Canada, next weekend is Thanksgiving, so happy early Thanksgiving. Let me know if you try either of these wreaths and send me a picture because I'd love to see how yours turn out. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll see you next time.